They're just meat shields. They won't have weapons, but they will have organization and they will have manpower.
Yeah, I mean they'll even if you have completely under-equipped divisions, I mean you can still do stuff with that. You can still lock down enemies. You can still hold them in place for a period of time, hold ground. You can, if you have enough of them, you can still rotate divisions in and out of combat in a single tile and just keep the enemy from pushing in.
But they are really true to the UK spirit. Sacrifice other people's lives for the glory of UK.
Well,
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the third day of the 3-day war. Holy shit, it's been a journey to say the least. Once again, in United Kingdom, England, or as we like to call it, Wales, we have Feedback Gaming, Morbid Viking, Prussian Prince, and Tower versus the developers in Imperial Germany, Bratton, Ainfield, Engen, and PDR Ally Storm, or what, Engen, also called Tay-Tay. How the hell is this gonna end up? War kinda just begun. Everyone called in their allies, and well, Germany got the lovely nation of Japan. China joined the allies, but also United States joined the allies as well. Mexican Soviet Republic, well, they've joined Soviet Union, and they're still not in the main war. So we're gonna see if anything blows up from that. I think that can be one of the real big game changers. But otherwise, I kind of have to agree what we talked about just before. You think England had the advantage because of the massive air superiority they have.
Yeah, I mean their air superiority is starting to really turn on in their favor, and it's only going to get stronger as their air production, is just really hyper. I mean, they have 68 military factories. Building airplanes, building fighter twos, and they have all of the rubber and aluminum they could possibly need. So I think Germany's going to really have to do something to secure some resources for themselves, or maybe find a way to convert to having a lot of anti-air in their army.
But I think the more critical thing is Germany have gotten military access through Soviet Union. So are you telling me, since this is kind of stalemate, Germany's gonna send troops through Austria-Hungary, through Poland, through the entirety of Soviet Union, into Manchukuo, into Japan, and help them push down China?
I mean, maybe, it's. I think there's a very real chance of the Soviet Union ending up on the side of the Central Powers. I mean, if you look at what's going on in Central America, I mean, Mexico is a proud member of the Comintern, and has freed all the workers of Central America. And I think that they're kind of a hidden little powerhouse. And if they come to blows with the United States, that's gonna put the Comintern at odds with the Allies, and it could get real funky real quick.
Yeah, seems though that Germany is kind of getting back to this. They're not losing. They're still losing like 1 to 4 fighters, but it's not 1 to 6 anymore.
Yeah, I mean, the more and more of their air force will be replaced with fighter twos, and they'll start having a bit of parity with the UK. I mean, they do have a doctrine advantage in the air, but they're just getting purely outmatched by quality, and eventually it'll come down to numbers as well. But the Germans are building fighter twos now, so they at least their kill-death ratio hopefully won't be as bad soon. But
and together with those anti-air guns they're building in their entire nation, it might even up a tiny bit. But as we see, UK just generally in recruitment deploy, they are not going to go for quality. They are going to go massively for quantity. They have 72 tiny divisions lined up and ready. So I wonder where they will actually be placed. They're going to be placed in Yorkshire at least, and we're going to have to see what exactly is going to happen. In the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, there are US troops everywhere.
Oh yeah,
I already see them on the front lines here and there, and they keep sending more and more troops.
I mean, yeah, the
American war machine.
Yeah, the Allied war machine is definitely kicking into full gear, and the juggernaut that is the American industrial base is only going to get stronger now that the giant has awoken. At the same time, communist China is at war with the Central Powers, so that could be another point where the Soviet Union joins up and actually goes to war with the Central Powers instead. But,
there we go. German war against Sweden, and we can finally see where those 72 divisions went. Oh wait, no, they deployed the 72 super tiny divisions just to switch them into Rosh manpower and become normal 20 whiff divisions there. But they don't have any equipment at all right now.
Yeah,
so
I figured it for a template swap.
They're just meat shields. They won't have weapons, but they will have organization and they will have manpower.
Yeah, I mean, they'll even if you have completely under-equipped divisions, I mean, you can still do stuff with that. You can still lock down enemies. You can still hold them in place for a period of time, hold ground. You can, if you have enough of them, you can still rotate divisions in and out of combat in a single tile and just keep the enemy from pushing in.
But they are really true to the UK spirit. Sacrifice other people's lives for the glory of UK.
Well,
Generally in the war, 1.2 million losses for the German side, 1.16 for the UK side. Most of it comes from the Japanese shogunate, and I'm guessing the Chinese, yes, but if we ignore those numbers...
Oh, wow.
We have Austria-Hungary. What?
Yep, this is what I was worried might happen.
What did
Japan, the Japanese shogunate has declared war on the Soviet Union.
Oh, God.
So, I think we, I think
those German units blocking it because they just arrived properly.
Even when they're neutral, Japan just shows up and gets everyone else involved.
Yeah.
And I think it's definitely in Germany's best interest to just try and stay out of that war and hope that they can just stay neutral with the Soviet Union. Because I mean, if they open up a ground war with the Soviets,
it's going to be terrible losses.
It's going to be over. It'll be over real fast. I believe Poland is in the Central Powers. Am I correct about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if Soviet Union goes to war with Poland or Germany, it's yeah.
But at the same time, if Germany does a quick one, manages to snag a couple of victory points. Wait, could you maybe tell us a bit more about the victory points? It was larger cities were 5 or more points, right?
I can't remember exactly what all the victory points are at the moment. I need to bring up
Josh?
Sheet.
Yes?
The victory points. It was larger cities were 5 or more.
Yes. If Nurgle can find the graphic and put it on screen, I'll show all the victory points around the world. Which ones are you particularly interested in?
The ones in Soviet Union.
Yes, so Soviet Union, Leningrad, Moscow, Stalingrad, and Smolensk are the four in the Soviet
really
Union.
The middle part right here. It's going to be a bit harder to go in and take that.
Yeah, and then there's the graphs on screen there. So there's some in North Africa, East Africa, Middle East. There's 4 in Scandinavia, which is where Germany's going right now. And then a few out in the East, China, East Indies, India, and some in Iberia.
Yeah.
Each of those is worth 5 points. If neither team capitulates the other, then the team with the most of those super victory points will win.
How's it going for Japan, actually? They are not looking too pretty right now. Oh, wow, they left the entire China front right now, and all the German divisions right now have been completely spread around, and they are probably going to get surrounded and wiped.
Oh, yeah.
It's not looking good for them. It's not looking good at all.
Well, I think they'll be okay. In China, actually, no, probably not. But
quick turnaround.
I was gonna say because Shanxi Province, a wonderful place I recommend everyone visits, is not in the war, so they don't have to worry about getting pushed from the north there. But I mean, the Soviet Union's going to push down here, and I mean, I give it 3 to 4 months until Japan is fighting somewhere in Korea.
Yeah.
Maybe less. But yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna be seeing Fs in the chat for the Central Powers within the next hour.
If we look at US, they're actually still on undisturbed isolationism. So they still have a lot to ramp up.
We can also get an F in chat for Portugal, which declared a very ill-advised war against Spain just now for no reason, and that is now being crushed.
Who is?
And Spain is getting the support from the US.
Are either of them factioned with anyone, or are they just kind of over in their own little world, resolving things in the Iberian Peninsula?
Their own little world. Nobody want to join a faction either.
Interesting. Because I was gonna say that could be interesting if Spain joined a faction.
If Spain joined the Central Powers,
Yeah.
holy shit! Look at that. They are super close to actually non-aligned. So if Germany focused, got that up over 50%, made a coup, they could get a great ally in the peninsula right there. Stabbing France in the back, really splitting them to two fronts, and that could really turn the tide. Just imagine what would happen if maybe more than half the troops from all other fronts just left and went down south.
Well, it looks like over in northeastern Italy, the Central Powers had started to make some headway in really the only reasonable place to push along the Italian coastline east of Venice. But looks like the Allies have responded and are locking them down.
Yeah. Losses are still looking very, very similar. I think an interesting thing would have been, which I'm kind of surprised none of the teams, let me just double check still, that not the Germans, and let me double check the UK. None of the factions has gone in for maintenance companies. Maintenance companies attack a large nation, like Soviet Union, let them attack you, and then you just take their equipment.
Yeah, they can be pretty powerful, especially if you're winning really decisive defensive battles. I think it's definitely to UK's advantage to just sit there and let their industrial advantage start presenting itself and just keep. I mean, if you look at the air, I believe they are still fighting constantly against each other in the air, and there's actually northwest Germany is being actively bombed by the Allies without any resistance, and it seems that the Axis or the Central Powers have put a good amount of their air power in Poland to get themselves green air there, which is honestly, probably the best use for their air force right now.
We can also see invasions from the US in southern Yugoslavia. The 40th tanks they're trying to squeeze out. Maybe that Kaiser's great idea will actually work out. Like, sometimes the tiny division, the tiny cool ones might make great differences. If they somehow took a couple of them, 5 of them, grouped up at some position in Belgium, broke that, I think just if Germany was allowed to swarm in, it would make a massive difference. And I think that might be their only hope. We also see a potential Soviet invasion all around the nation.
I don't know if that 3 or 5 division naval invasion is ever gonna get off the ground, but we'll see.
I hope it is, but we'll have to wait and see. Let's see. Oh wow!
It would be funny to. Were you talking about the Soviet naval invasion of the north or the south? Because there's also one set up to strike at Bulgaria.
Wait,
and I think that's the one that they're actually likely to get off because they have naval control of the Black Sea.
I didn't even see that one. And they're activating it now.
I feel blessed that I get to witness this.
Come on, I'm almost hoping on Soviet Union right now. I'm not gonna jump over, I wanna see this. Oh wow, they're getting stopped at both ports by Bulgaria. The further land.
Man, I believe in people power.
No, Soviet Union is dying right there. No
man.
problem. Oh wow, Poland has 92,000 infantry equipment. How is Austria-Hungary? Austria-Hungary also has a ton. So they can fight this war for quite a while longer. If only Kingdom of Romania had joined Germany right there, I think we would see quite a big difference. Soviet front would be spread even longer, and Romania is not that weak. 34 divisions, I could have just gone straight into Soviet Union right there.
Well, Ripperino to the divisions that landed between Burgas and Varna, but the Soviet Union has decided that they're going to try again. So
Well,
I guess
that's the Soviet gameplay. The Soviet Union is playing a really good Soviet Union.
yeah.
Looking in the Japanese.
Oh wait, has Iran joined the Central Powers?
Oh, did they? No, they're still no faction.
Yeah, they're just
supposed to be invited.
independently at war with the Soviet Union. Huh.
Soviet Union declared war against all of those nations. So,
Interesting. Well, let's see what the Soviets can do in the graveyard of empires.
they're holding quite well. England has actually changed out to production right now. They're building still 48 Spitfighters, but they're building 15 interwar bomber right now and 15 transport planes. So I think we're going to see some paradox on Germany.
Yeah, I mean, I think that paradrops are likely if you're seeing them build those transport planes. Yeah.
And now they're going safeguard the Baltics, and if you can continue down that path, they get to support the Finns. And if they manage to get Finland in on the war in Soviet Union, that's once more another front open against Soviet Union.
Yeah.
They need to get help. Somehow they need someone more to join them. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the bad things about surrendering air control for a period of time is you just kind of accept the fact that you have red air, and then you get used to just having it, and then eventually someone drops paratroopers on you once you've become used to the fact that you've lost the air war.
Yeah. So I'm thinking a tiny bit what Germany could have done. If they would have focused, of course, more on returning Kaiser, they could have assassinated Mussolini. Yeah, that's one thing. But how would they have known that they were going to invade Italy? Otherwise, they could have gone down the Central European alliance path before the war began. That would have gotten them the Low Countries. That would have gotten Danubian membership. That would have gotten the expansion right. They would pretty much have gained all of the allies they did before. If they would have instead ignored the industry path, which sounds insane, I agree. But if they would have just, instead of trying to surpass the UK in troop quality, but just keep them kind of on a defensive position, they could have received a lot of allies just for free. And that includes later Scandinavia, Poland, Baltic, Finnish, and then strike at the source.
Yeah, I mean, Germany went for kind of this split of developing their industry through focuses and developing their political situation through focuses, and I feel like you really need to dedicate yourself, towards one or the other in this game in most situations, and take care of either your political situation or your industrial situation first and get it done.
Germany joined the war now against Soviet Union.
Oh,
but
okay.
They're not joining the front line. They are creating a fallback line quite far away. But if I were them, they kind of need to stretch it up to the northern fronts.
Oh, and they I guess they did that to get Afghanistan on their side. And I mean, honestly, I don't see the Soviets making headway in Central Asia anytime soon, or West Asia anytime soon.
Yeah. But remember, now they can invite Iran and Iraq as well. There we go. And Iran, they have joined the war. As soon as they call to arms, they're going to start invading UK. Panama joined the Central Powers.
Germany's trying to get some encirclements with the new... Are they using their brand new 40 with tank divisions?
Let's see.
Oh, they are. Yes, we have 4 divisions of the Kaiser's Stonks.
That's the old ones.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they're good enough to fight in that theater at the moment, and it looks like they're making some progress in potentially setting up an encirclement against the Soviets. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to secure that encirclement. I mean, the rough part is going to be the fact that they have to break through some woods and some rivers to secure it, but that will be a large number of Soviet divisions knocked out if they manage to do it. And I mean, the Soviets are losing ground against Iran and Afghanistan, which honestly I expected, because I mean, pushing in early 1940 in this game into Afghanistan and Iran is really not an easy affair. I mean, it's all rivers and mountains everywhere.
Yeah.
So if you don't have an absolute plethora of mountaineers, you are going to have a tough time. I think Germany's pretty weak right now along the Western Front, and I think everyone's gotten a bit complacent over there. So
the big question is how to react quickly enough.
We could be seeing a D-Day at Hamburg.
Yeah. So if they They can quickly react to it by just instantly deploying all of the divisions from the Kaiser Chosen and just try to block that, but we'll see if that's enough. And now they did the Imperial Conference. They're holding it, and then Imperial Federation if people accept. The Baltic nations accepted a guarantee and seems to be accepting faction invites now.
Interesting.
Lithuania have joined the Allies, or joined the Central Powers. The other ones are still kind of on the fence about it.
Yeah, they're on their way, but yeah, still no commit.
But
I do think that opening more and more fronts against the Soviets right now is one of the Central Powers' best options. The onus right now is on the Kaiser to make something happen. I mean, the UK can really, and the Allies at large, can be content to just sit back and let their superior output roll and let their air dominance roll, and eventually you're going to see just an unstoppable D-Day, I feel like.
they're really just waiting for this one situation where they're just gonna swarm everything at the same time. It's gonna be a real D-Day.
Yeah, and the longer it goes on, I mean, the longer I feel like the German Western Front is lulled into a sense of ease without any UK aggression, and it's going to be really surprising and really hard and fast when the UK strikes.
As you can see, the interesting part with the UK naval invasion is they have first 24 units of just Marines, but then they have 2 stacks of, well, at least 20 units of infantry, like 20 combat with units of infantry. 2 of them is waiting. So if they grab a port, they're just going to send over 48 extra divisions, and that's going to be absolutely huge.
Yeah.
So whatever happens, if they grab a port, I think we will even see Germany fall. Germany doesn't have anything more. They can't pull any more forces from any more fronts. They have... This is it. It's all they have.
Yeah, and I mean, the Kaiser's Chosen, which Germany is using as their primary frontline unit, they are a 40th Infantry Division, and UK is mostly using 20th, so when you look at the lines and you see, like the 2-to-1 division outnumbering, it's actually, a fairly even situation on the front lines, but all the forces that Germany is currently using to hold their ports, they're all, I think, just 10-width kind of garrison divisions. The chat is saying UK has a pair drop planned.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, all around the front line.
Yep. Yeah, boom. Oof. Yeah, this is going to be... this might be the blow from which the Germans never recover.
They're one with divisions. If they do anything except... Well, I don't know. If they do anything except just stand your ground, then they will be wiped out instantly by the Germans. Oh, they're also paradoxing the entire north. God, this is going to be absolutely insane.
They're going in Germany now.
Get over there. Get over to Germany.
I want to see this from the German side, just how everything pops up. There we go. Oh god, yeah, the paratroopers are taking massive damage right now.
Yeah, and it looks like the Germans are completely unprepared for this. I mean, they have absolutely no defense in depth. They don't have any troops on any of their victory points. I mean, it looks like they were expecting a big naval invasion in the north, which is now also hitting. It may get stuffed, because I think the Germans might have enough divisions up there, but, I mean, they are on their way to being completely
There you go,
surrounded.
Hamburg, they took Hamburg. Finland has now joined their faction, but they got Hamburg, and we see 24 divisions just straight heading for that port. It's gonna be terrible. And we see even more paradox orbiters straight over all of Germany. This is gonna be absolute catastrophic for them. They do have one division stationed in Berlin, but that's not gonna be enough. They instantly deployed all of their units, but...
Yeah, the one thing I'm surprised we haven't really seen is I'm surprised the UK hasn't just all-out assaulted along the normal front lines. I mean, they really could have locked down all those German divisions on the front and really,
I really thought they were going to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like that's kind of the second half of this play, right? Is you throw down all the airdrops, and then you immediately aggressive. Oh, there we go. Now their whole front line is aggressive assaulting. It's a little bit too late. I mean, the majority of the damage that could have been done is, the opportunity's kind of been lost. I think that ultimately UK is still going to win right here, but I mean, it could have been a much more decisive victory.
Yeah, they did deploy God, that 48 division.
Berlin has not been taken yet, chat.
But I think we are gonna see the end right now. Oh no! They just pulled back all the tanks and they're slaughtering those paradroppers like there's no tomorrow. Berlin is not cut off anymore. It's not, well, fallen.
Yeah, I mean...
And we have just got words that the Kaiser is having a vacation all the way down in Hong Kong. They need to pull their divisions from the southern front. Oh wait, that's just Polish divisions. Well, but that is Polish division they have control over right now. I would just steal everything I can possibly get. Send to the northern front. They need to do it. And they are trying to, but I think it might be too late.
It's pretty grim. It would have been nice to see the UK completely surround the entire German front line.
Yeah.
But that's also kind of something you get when you have multiple people co-oping with different responsibilities, right? You can lose a bit of that lockstep.
Yeah. They would have needed more air bases to basically drop a couple of divisions from every one of them instead of one from every single one.
Yeah, I mean, and they would have needed to completely assault the entire front line at once and lock in all those divisions. But yeah, it looks like this is a big RIP for Germany. A solid, cheap infantry division, and honestly, you don't need fancy infantry when you have air superiority. What's the air game look like right now over Germany?
Massive dominating lead for the Allies. It's not even a battle.
Yeah, so... I mean, how many airplanes does the UK have in their country right now?
UK have probably 6,000
if you switch to observing the UK, you can just look at their air.
Yeah, UK has like 6,000 fighters. In total, Germany has 3,000 and UK has deployed 5,555. And there we go. Berlin has fallen.
Oh man, you hate to see it. The Kaiser, I mean, a little bit aloof. Maybe a bit out of touch with the times, but I think all around a great guy.
Oh, and that Soviet invasion on Danzig, it worked out.
You know what? I'm glad Soviets are going to get a piece of the pie.
And as we can read from the world news, UK made a smashing good job, lads.
Now, before Germany capitulates, let's look at the Afghanistan struggle, which I think is the real crux of this whole war.
Wow. They've just pushed into Soviet Union right here.
Can we also salute Venezuela, which chose now to join the war on the German side?
Oh man,
wow.
yeah, just real dedication.
200 IQ strats there from the Venezuelans.
They're not falling. They stabilized the front line.
Have they?
Yeah, they kind of have. It's becoming gaps. Germany could walk in and retake Berlin right now.
Huh.
Come on, we saluted you. We wrote F in chat. You're supposed to lose now.
I guess they're pulling enough forces off the Eastern Front to hold on.
Oh God. Germany just lost the ace as well.
Oh man, that I feel like that could really be the turning point.
Yeah. And yeah, the small stabilizing line they had pulled off, not looking as stable anymore. But come on, here, walk in. Come on, let me
just walk. Just
maybe we can take control of the German Empire, turn the war right now. Or should I grab a save right now and then we can upload it to the community and ask them to, can you save Germany from this situation? Actually, that might be a fun thing to make
That's an excellent idea, Daniel.
There we go. Now it's saved. So, guys, we're gonna put this up later. I am saying that we're gonna do it. I'm gonna.
No, I agree.
Yeah. So
we'll
we're gonna save. And can you save Germany from this situation and win the game from here? They're gonna take Augsburg right now, and that's gonna be the fall of the Imperial German cause in 1 hour. So, should we end it right now or should I unpause? And 3, 2, 1. Well played, devs. It was nice to have you here, but it's time for you to leave. Goodbye. Boom. And they're gone. The Kaiser doesn't. They're causing much needed fireworks. More beer advisor Joseph. And there we go. The devs have fallen.
Guten Tag!
Hello, German team.
Mr. Kaiser, are you still in Hong Kong? Are you aware of the state of your nation?
I just
The
hear
Kaiser is
fireworks.
indisposed right now. He's a little senile and he needs to take his medicine.
The people
still.
are ecstatic with my rule. Fireworks all around.
Off the phone. Kaiser's gonna be taking a permanent vacation.
I think the whole of Germany's taking a permanent vacation.
But fair to him, we lost. That
Yeah.
That was a pretty masterful, just destruction of everything.
Yeah, we saw it. We saw like the Marines, we saw the paratroopers, we saw everything was like, this is the end of Germany. As soon as the Brits execute on everything, this is the end.
Yeah.
We did not have the resources to be everywhere at once. We couldn't hold the fronts and also try to get victory points. As soon as Britain had taken the victory points in the rest of the world, we were irrevocably behind.
Yeah.
We
Like-
couldn't.
If we want,
The luxury was, I was looking right when the paradrops happened. So we had a moment's warning.
yeah.
But that's all we got.
Don't lose their superiority, kids. Bad things happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we noticed that. Like, we were trying to find one reason when you failed. We're still thinking Assassinate Mussolini might have been it, but it could also have been when Japan was invited to Central Powers. Because that triggered the entire thing where US joining them and China joining them.
That
And
could not.
Japan in
that wasn't
faction,
probably it.
war against Soviet Union.
No, we went to war with the Soviet Union willingly at that point. Because we had nothing else to do. It was a Hail Mary.
There were no other victory points we could conceivably get. It was Scandinavia and the Soviet Union. That was it. That was everything we could get. So we were gambling on Japan going after the Soviet Union and stabbing them in the back, and therefore getting us an easier way of getting the victory points in the Soviet Union.
Because you did have Greece. You did have that you can invade.
No, we didn't have Greece.
Are you kidding?
Oh, you could have invaded Greece.
Are you
No,
kidding?
It was
Greece is
suggested.
a suicide.
It was suggested, but for some reason, people think fighting in the mountains down in the Adriatic is a bad idea. But
Yeah, things usually happen in the Balkans that you don't want to deal with.
Why
Yeah.
did you never attack Norway?
We were planning on, but then by that point we didn't have the resources for it, and we got invaded. But we
Yeah.
were planning on invading Norway at the last minute before the game would end, because if we declared any time before that, the Brits would have time to reinforce Norway and invade from Norway into Sweden and make us lose Stockholm as well. As long as we didn't invade Norway, they couldn't get to Sweden.
It was a good fight, though.
Hello. Greetings.
Guten Tag.
What should we say? Well fought, well played. Congratulations.
That was an awesome invasion.
Thanks.
Looking at them, it's like, this is going to be the end of Germany.
There was actually good cooperation. I haven't ever played co-op before in House of Iron 4, and it worked great. Everyone
agree.
did what they were good at. Like, we each had our own setups. Like Prussian Prince was responsible for most of the army, and Mordred was sinking ships left and right. Feedback took the air, and I was doing spy stuff and diplomacy and some paratroopers at the end, and it all worked out great.
Guy Brit too strong.
you guys co-opt together very well. I think co-oping in Hearts of Iron is really a pretty enjoyable experience. It's something I really enjoy doing in my spare time.
It can
Yes.
be, except when you are faced with an invasion and suddenly someone takes your divisions and puts them on a different order,
No,
and
no.
every
Don't listen to
division
the
in
senile Kaiser.
Denmark went
I literally-
into the
he literally
Baltic
goes,
and
"Can
sailed
somebody
to
handle
Eastern
this front?"
Prussia
And I start
immediately.
handling it, and he's just like, "Who moved my troops?" And then he just literally.
Sounds like the Kaiser needed a better division of command.
if
Yeah.
there is one
Guys-
upside to this, it is that the Kaiser will never be let near the levers of power again. So
Yeah.
it's worth the destruction of Germany.
But I want to thank the Brits for preparing Hong Kong so graciously for my arrival. It's really quite pleasant here.
Well, it's all you're gonna rule from now on. So
I mean, that's completely fine.
But, well, I gotta thank you all for joining us in this 3-day war. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was very odd to see all the strategies, all the plans, and yeah.
And before you end, we didn't really say well played to the other side. Yeah, it was enjoyable. I mean, we
well
won in
played.
the end, of course, but well played.
There was a lot of back and forth, and you had us very worried.
I'm going to play about 300 more hours of Comp MP.
But in general, everyone in chat seems to really, really enjoy this. So we really need to thank you guys for joining us for this entire session and the 3-day war. And
Should have kicked Japan at the start of the game.
I would love to do something more like this. Maybe 4 players in Japan, 4 players in China.
As long as I get to go in the Soviet Union, I'm happy.
Well, 4 players Japan, 4 players China seems a bit limited because it's just not much world politics. Maybe USA against the Soviets.
Something similar, something more that would inflict the same spirit of this.
Why not 15 players USA, 15 players Japan? Let's go big.
No, the obvious rematch is 4 players Luxembourg, 4 players Tanatuva.
But anyway, guys, I think it's time for us to round it off. Like I said, super thankful that you guys joined us right here. And thank you everyone in chat for joining us and watching this. Hope you had a great day. Hope you had a great 3 days. I most certainly had. Super tiring, but it was super fun to watch and comment. Thank you, Robert, for the help of commentating. Sorry for interrupting you so many times. I just got so excited when I spotted different things.
Oh, no, it's fine. We're also, communicating over Discord instead of in the same room with each other, so it makes things a bit more difficult.
Yeah, but from us, thank you, and see you soon, hopefully. Bye.